Hello everybody, Septa here, and today I'm going to be platinuming Fallout 76, the third and final game in our Fallout challenge. You guys almost kicked my ass, so I had to hurry through and actually get this platinum. I was going to do it as a whole 100%, but that would have taken like another 2 weeks after this will be uploaded to get, so I kind of didn't want to lose and have to platinum an 8 out of 10 game. But without further ado, let's get to some explaining. So this game is like the other Fallout, so it's a post-apocalyptic, like 1950s retro-futuristic game, and it's actually the only online Fallout. Now, to explain some of the story, we start out in Vault 76, where we wake up on Reclamation Day, where we go to reclaim Appalachia. If you don't know where that is, it's in West Virginia. We make our Giga Chad character and set out to reclaim all the nuke silos in Appalachia. A very chill start to the game compared to Fallout 4. But after making my character, we have to go pick up various survival items. I guess these items I show aren't very survivalist, but we have to grab a bunch of survival items and then exit the vault. I apologize if I sound kind of quiet during my voiceover because it's late at night and I want to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, so just to explain, I started this platinum in May of 2025 and finished it July 1st of 2026. So at the start I platinumed this with Braden and then finished it with my girlfriend Zaya. But we are presented with a choice to either start at level 2, which I decided to do, or level 20. The only difference is level 20 will give you the trophy for hitting level 10, and also get you a fifth of the way to level 100. If you're trying to speedrun the platinum, I highly recommend taking level 20. But we do get our first trophy being Reclamation Day, for exiting Vault 76. This happened at a random ass time, but I'm not really complaining as it's just the first trophy of the platinum. Another thing I'd like to mention is I go for a lot of trophies right off the bat, so I apologize if this video feels rushed, but there's not much of a story to this game, so there's not much for me to go into like there was for the other Fallout games. But the next trophy we get was for completing 5 challenges. There's tons of different challenges, but this one I got was just for picking a plant, which gives us the Tested Metal trophy. We will get another challenge trophy in a little bit, but next I decided to farm out the Photo Bomber trophy. This is just for taking 20 photos, and you can in fact even do this inside of Vault 76. Excuse me, it was a I don't know, very easy trophy to just get out of the way, because this is technically like a collectible trophy, I believe, and the collectibles in this game aren't difficult. And there's the trophy pop. Also, the audio was a bit delayed, so I apologize that you can't hear the trophy pop, but we started exploring, and I ended up finding 200 pieces of junk. Junk is just used to build bases and items, but there's the Junker Funk trophy. Next, we decided to actually do some quests by heading to the Overseer's camp. A lot of the story is by trying to solve the Scorched Plague and find the Overseer. You never actually find her until the Wastelanders DLC, but that is what we have to do for like the main story of the game. And the next thing I decided to do was craft a weapon. Crafting weapons is so nice, as it wasn't in it wasn't in Fallout 4. And here, after crafting our first weapon, we do get the Fighting Chance trophy. Now, I did want to mention that we're going to need a lot of junk, as we have to craft a lot of stuff for the platinum, such as armor. We have to mod some weapons and build some stuff in camp, just to kind of forewarn you guys on what's expected. But the next trophy we end up getting was a random one. I started the Wayward Souls quest, which was part of the Wastelanders DLC. Now, I did not finish this DLC until 2026. And I just wanted to mention it because this like storyline is going to be in the 100% video. The 100% video is basically just going to be this, and then I'm just going to add all the DLC trophies to the end. And here I did pick up a random trophy for playing a Pip-Boy game. Basically, the Pip-Boy game you can get from Vault 76. So whilst, as you could see, putting in the Overseer's log into my Pip-Boy, I decided to just put Nuka Tapper in to quickly get a Fallout 4 drawback trophy called Retro Now. Basically, the same trophy was in Fallout 4. But next, I decided to continue to the main story, being First Contact, to join the responders. They're basically the firefighters, police officers, paramedics, all the first responders from the pre-war world, and they all made a basically like society to help. Most of the game's story is becoming a responder, which ties into the Enclave quests, which ties into the Free States quests and the Brotherhood quests, and that's about it for the main quests of the game. This quest was so easy. You literally just have to go apply to be a responder. And as we register as a volunteer for the responders, we get 2 trophies for completing 20 challenges and for completing first contact in the second main mission of Fallout 76. Now, we do get levels like in the other games, but you can actually level up perk cards in Fallout 76. It's basically the same system, but a little different. So with the level up I got from that quest, I decided to max out a perk card for a quest that a lot of my friends got later, but I got this one being perked up straight out of the way because I played this game quite a bit. Now, I did skip the second quest because it's just about getting water, and this third quest is about getting food. Basically, the first couple responders quests are just to teach you the survival aspects because Fallout 76 does require you to eat and drink. And after completing this quest, we will get our, well, I was going to say our third trophy, but no, it's our third story trophy after contacting, and there's the second helpings trophy. Next, we had to head to Morgantown, but first I decided to place down a camp. Camps are like the settlements from Fallout 4, except you can put them down pretty much wherever you want. That's like out in the wild. The camp system is very much improved from Fallout 4, so if you didn't like camps in that game, you might like them a bit in this game, but after placing it, we do get the Happy Camper trophy, a very, very easy trophy. Next, we head to Morgantown, which is a college town. We will have to be visiting it quite a bit for the 100%, but our job is basically to learn about the Scorched virus. These are Scorched right here. They're basically crazy humans, but after we figure out about the cure that is being worked on, well, the inoculation to the virus, we do get the Final Departure trophy. Now, we are going to be taking a break from the Responders quests after this because we're switching to the Enclave quests. Because I played Fallout 76 before and have all the base game achievements on Xbox, meaning like if Xbox had a Platinum trophy, I would have it on Xbox. I know where the bunker is to start the Enclave quest, so I just took Braden over here because we were bored and we wanted to start the nuke quests. And yes, you can launch nukes in this game. So basically, we had to head over to this bunker of a senator who was like corrupt. And after just like looking through his bunker, we discovered that he was a member of the Enclave and get the Bunker Buster trophy. We then had to head to the bunker that they were in, and all we really had to do for our first quest was put an uplink in a place called Sugar Grove. I'm not going to talk too much about the quests in this game because they're all like, go here, do that. This is Modus, and like a lot of the other characters in this game, they're all robots. But we do get the Wild West Virginian trophy for reaching level 10, as well as the One of Us trophy for completing One of Us, which was the quest for using that uplink, by the way. Another thing I'd like to mention is before we finished the Officer on Deck quest, which gives us a trophy, we actually had to join the military for Back to Basic. This quest doesn't give a trophy, but I just figured I'd mention it because basically the Enclave is the remnants of the US military, so we had to join the army and get 10 commendations in order to become a general and get access to the nuke silos. These were the events that we had to do. They were called Enclave events, or I believe after an update they're called like Enclave activities or whatever, and they function the same. They're literally just events that have to do with helping the Enclave, and they give you accommodations. Next, we headed back to our camp, where I decided to get 2 of the camp trophies. I believe they're the only 2 that we had left done for placing 20 for We Must Rebuild camp items. And then in a second here, we will be getting the Appalachian HOA for building a grand total of 100 items. A very easy thing to do, and a very fast method is to place stuff like this and then scrap it to get a portion of your stuff back. But there's the Appalachian HOA trophy that I mentioned. Next, I decided to just build 5 pieces of armor for the second skin trophy. A very easy, and don't ask me why I didn't just make a whole set of armor, but there is that trophy pop. And I'm sorry for the audio being so delayed. I feel really bad because it's like the whole episode. Next, I was doing a limited time event and got the Giant Slayer trophy for killing 5 giant creatures, even though that bee wasn't even that big. Next, I decided to finish the Overseer's side quest. This side quest basically netted us a trophy, but it was following the Overseer's story and learning about her past via holotapes. As I said, there were no NPCs in the game when it first launched, so it was just listening to holotapes. That's why I don't mention too much of the story, and overall it's just go here, do a random thing. But we end up having to kill her, ex-significant other, I believe. I'm sorry, it's been a year since I've done this quest. But once we kill him, we do complete personal matters and get its respective trophy. Afterwards, me and Braden got very lucky with the 2 events that actually give trophies. The first one's called Breach and Clear, where you have to defend this mining drill from these mole miners, and then collect all the resources, and then after completing the event, we get Breach and Clear. The next event happened literally 15 minutes later and was Monster Mash. This is a Halloween event, as I'm sure you can tell if you know the song, where you just have to run around with a mask and candy, and after fighting through a bunch of feral ghouls and me and Braden battling over candy, we do finish the event and get the Monster Mash trophy. Overall, 2 pretty fun and easy events, and right after this I got my last Enclave accommodation, as you can see, or commendations I guess, and got the Officer on Deck trophy. This means that I can now officially launch nukes, well, once I progress the story a little more. Next, I went back to the Responders quest, where I ended up getting that inoculation to the Scorched Plague. This basically meant that now me and my blood would be immune to the Scorched virus. This is significant to the DLC because when the Raiders and Settlers came to Appalachia, we had to use our blood to get them inoculated too. But I'll talk more about that in a later video. Next, we headed to the final Responders quest, where we became a firefighter or a fire breather. This was a really fun quest because you get to go into a burning mine and fight through Scorched to, I think it's an uplink that you have to place. But we do get the pest control trophy for killing 300 creatures along the way. And after doing, seriously, it's been over a year, guys. Give me some slack. After turning the quest in, we do get the into the fire trophy. But after this, we are back to the Enclave quest, where we are actually launching a nuke. This is in a nuke silo, okay? Basically, for the I Am Become Death trophy, you just have to track down all the different nuke pieces, and then you have to fight through a robot-infested nuke silo. Overall, it's just difficult, but we do make it through after 30 minutes. And I do launch the nuke, but the quest works for both of us, just in case you're curious on how it'll work with you and your friends. But we do launch the quest, and I get the Appalachian Trailblazer trophy for hitting level 25, and the only gold trophy, I Am Become Death, for launching our first nuke. I decided to nuke the Scorch Beast Queen, because this is, I guess, the final event that gives a trophy. Basically, this is one of the bosses. At launch, there was only one boss, but over the course of the game, they've added, I think, 3 other bosses. And you just have to launch a nuke at certain spots for each boss. The Scorch Beast Queen is pretty difficult, but if you get a bunch of high levels to carry you, you can finish it. But beware, if your lobby is smaller, you tend to not be able to complete it. But then we do get the Scorched Earth trophy for successfully winning the boss fight. Now for the next trophy, I collect 1 bobblehead. We need to collect 10 total, but the first one that we grab does give us a trophy. I was grinding the Raiders quests, which lead into the Free States quests, but we do pick up the Ain't He the Cutest trophy here. Basically, the Raider robot Rose, we have to do quests for her. I can't even remember why, but she has quite a few quests that we have to do, and they're really annoying because Rose is so annoying. And those tie into the Free States quests. I'll mention those in a little. But the next quest that we get is Key to the Past, where we have to grab certain key fragments from all the raiders, and then once we put everything together, we open up a storeroom and get the Key to the Past trophy. Now after this, the next trophy I get was actually very lucky. Basically, you can get a trophy from standing where the nuke hits, as you'll see here. So someone dropped a nuke, and I just rushed over, and the nuke literally hits me on the head. I think this looks so cool, because you could just see it. And then after we blow up, we get the Ground Zero trophy for being at Ground Zero of a nuclear blast. Another trophy that I got was Pioneer Scout. This is just for discovering 100 locations. Didn't try to go for it, just randomly popped while I was out and about. Now after this, I did get a trophy that did not pop on camera. It's kill or be killed. Basically, you just have to kill one other player. We'll have to kill 20 total players for a later trophy, but me and Brain just decided to give the trophy to each other because, you know, free trophy. But I, for some reason, wasn't recording when I killed him. I have no clue what I was thinking. This was a year and a month ago, so yeah. But the next trophy was Queen of the Hunt. There's also these daily quests, which you can obviously only do once per day. And there's like, I think 2 or 3 of these that give trophies. But the first one we did was Queen of the Hunt, where you have to kill a bunch of cryptids and turn in their DNA. And there's the Queen of the Hunt trophy. The other one, you have to complete a bunch of main quests to do. Also, after this, all the trophies will be from 2026, so I'll be doing live commentary of the actual trophy. So I apologize if it gets a little confusing. But next we were doing the Free States quest, where we had to help a girl named Abby fight the Scorched. And coming to fruition, one of our last quest trophies in the game. After that, we found Fort Defiance like Abby wanted, and low-key this quest was so boring because we had to join the military, then go to the DMV to get an ID, just in order to get in here and join the Brotherhood. This is also where you can get the next daily quest unlocked, but here is the Recruitment Blues trophy. Recruitment Blues, the most annoying quest I've ever done in a video game before, ever. After that, I decided to go straight for the daily quest, where all you really have to do is go grab a Scorched Beast blood, and then head to Morgantown to the Vault Tech University, where you have to analyze the blood, and then you insta-pop the trophy. Heart of the Enemy. For completing Heart of the Enemy, I thought this was like a main quest, but it's just a daily quest, so you just have to complete the main story up to where we did prior to this, and then you can start the daily quest. And next I do the final quest that gives us a trophy called the Mistress of Mystery. These are a bunch of quests about becoming like a spy, like vigilante type thing from like a comic book character pre-war. It's really weird, but after completing all the quests, we do get the trophy. Mistress of Mystery, for completing Mistress of Mystery in our last mission quest. So now the trophies will start to dry up, but I think we're still progressing at a decently fast pace, so that's good at least. Whilst doing the Wastelander quest, I did hit level 50 on these Protectrons. For these like random trophies, I'll just mention them as they come up. American Hero for reaching level 50, halfway on our grind to level 100. Whilst progressing the Raider quest once again, we have to head through the Grafton Steel Yard, where I picked up my 10,000th cap. Don't ask me why you had to get 10,000 caps, kind of a random trophy, and I got it at a random time during the Wastelanders quest line, but here's the Moneybags trophy. Moneybags for possessing 10,000 caps. I don't even think we have 10,000 caps, but I think like we've gotten a total of 10k caps for that trophy. Also, while completing Wastelander's quest, I picked my 50th lock. Just like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, we have to pick 50 locks and hack 50 terminals. I always get the locks before the terminals, but there's the trophy. Gimme for picking 50 locks. High-key thought I'd get that like way later, but I mean, we got it out of the way. Not too many trophies left before we actually get the platinum. Whilst doing the final quest in the Wastelanders DLC, where we have to raid Vault 79, I decided to do it with the Raiders. But basically, whilst we were raiding the vault, I found my 10th bobblehead completely by chance. But here is the trophy pop. Swag for collecting 10 bobbleheads, a collectible that I honestly did not think I'd get this early. Now, the next trophy is super random, okay? So I got off after completing the heist, and then when I got back on, I was just doing my daily stuff, like checking the quests, doing some side quests. I think here I was turning in Mirelurk meat to the Raiders, and then I decided to join a team like I always do, and got the Join 20 Teams trophy. Never go it alone for joining 20 teams. Been literally grinding this trophy for my entire freaking playthrough, but we finally popped it. Whilst doing some quests for the Brotherhood, I got my 20th magazine. The audio is delayed here and I apologize, but this was one of the quests in the Steel Rain DLC, and here is that trophy popping. Literally for collecting 20 magazines, and that is officially all of our like collectible trophies done, I believe. And the next trophy I went for was our last crafting trophy, where I just had to get 50 mods. You can't cheese this like you can in Fallout 4, so I actually had to go grind resources and keep modding Knuckles. This was the easiest way I found to get it.
Modded of murder for crafting, or for modding 50 different weapons.
Now, guys, we are reaching the end of the platinum, okay? And poor Septa has something to tell you guys. Now, when I hit level 100, I like died or something right before I hit level 100, okay? And basically that means that you cannot, like, it means that you can't get the trophy. And it could be for any level milestone, but if you die right before, you don't get the trophy. So I had to hop on another character, the same one I used for the settler ending of Wastelanders, just to hit level 100. But before I did this, I ended up grinding out the Kill 20 Players trophy with my girlfriend Zaya, so shout out to her. We just decided to go to the Wayward and have me kill her over and over and over again. She did this out of the kindness of her heart. Nothing, she didn't get anything back. She got a thank you, and that's about it. Overall, no real method to this. Took like 15-20 minutes. You really just got to get it done, and here's the trophy pop.
Good grief for killing 20 players. Thank you, Zaya, for grinding this out. I will be paying her caps back because I think she's literally out of caps. But yeah, this took us, honestly, an annoying amount of time.
Next, we kind of made up for the 20 times killing Zaya because I had to revive 20 fallen players. This, we just had her jump off a cliff and then I would go revive her over and over. This one only took 12 minutes, but still, for both of these trophies, I just recommend getting your girlfriend or a friend, whoever, to come help you. And here's my realization that the trophy's going to pop.
Field Medic for reviving 20 fallen players. Thank you again to my girlfriend Zaya for helping us. We did it right at my camp, right by the Mothman Museum. She just kept jumping off the freaking cliff. Zaya, you don't have to do it anymore. But yeah, we have like 3 more trophies.
Now it is time for our final trophy before I had to switch characters to start grinding levels. I ended up using a glitch, but this was the hacking
Code
trophy.
Cruncher for hacking 50 terminals. Honestly, super surprised I'm getting this because it was not, like, the terminal hacking was not working and I actually hacked 53. I'm also level 101 and still have not gotten a level 100 trophy.
Now guys, back to what I was saying about the method, okay? Basically, you head into West Tech, you have a high level player attack all the super mutants, and either you shoot them once and then they kill them, or they get them down to a little bit of HP and you finish the job. And with the right boost, you can get like 1,000 XP per. I explain it really good in live time, but I just wanted to rephrase this because I get so freaking hyped getting this. It took me about 5 hours of grinding to get from level 31 to level 100, so I recommend this method a ton. And then here is the trophy popping a little bit later.
Oh my god, Fallout Forever. Oh my god, and I died right after. Oh my god, guys, you do not understand how long this shit took. Basically, I'm sure I explained it, but I literally hit level 100, but I died, so it bugged it. So I spent hours trying to figure out what was wrong. So I had to use the character that I made for the whatever settlers robbery, and I freaking got to level 100. So shout out to this dude, Copin91. He doesn't have any socials or anything, but I just wanted to mention him because this dude has given me so much stuff. We've been grinding this West Tech method, which I'll explain quickly. Basically, the low level person just reloads off the top level person. Basically, the low level person shoots all the super mutants in West Tech, which is right here on the map, and the high level person just kills the rest of them. And with certain buffs, you could be getting like 1k XP per super mutant. So now we just need to kill one player for the platinum.
And for our final trophy, I had my girlfriend Zaya go pick a lock at my camp while she wasn't in my team to get a wanted level, and then I just killed her. It's a very easy way to farm this trophy. I would recommend boosting it, and the reason I decided to wait to do this one was just so I actually had some control of when I popped the platinum, because I didn't know if I was going to hit, 100% now or later. but expect that video within a month, I'm guessing, maybe over a month. But this is Editing 76'S saying thank you for all the support on the Fallout videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and hopefully you guys can still get us to 550 subs now, but here's the trophy.
You're wanted. Yes, bounty hunter for killing a wanted player. And before the platinum pops, I just wanted to reiterate, guys, that we are going to also have a video of me getting to 100%, but we have officially completed the challenge, so we're about to get this platinum pop. Thank you so much to Zaya for helping me out, and here's the platinum trophy on Fallout 76. Thank you guys, this challenge has been freaking sick. But without further ado, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.